Welcome back to Ruby on Nails, and today we have Orly's Fall 2021 Wild Nature collection. So let's jump into this swatch review and nail art. I am going to be using Holotaco's Peely Basecoat for all of my swatches here today. And yes, I did finally sign up for Orly's Color Pass because I was tired of the FOMO. Starting this swatch party off, we have Blue Tango, and a quick note on all of the names for this collection, they are all plant themed. So if you are a fellow plant lover, this might be the perfect collection for you. Blue Tango is a very deep blue, and it does have a jelly formula, which is not my favorite. I like my creams or solid colors to be very opaque, however this one does build up to a nice opacity in two coats. Do keep in mind that I usually need a little bit more layering for my length of nails. If you have shorter nails, this might not be a problem for you. I do really like how shiny that this polish dries down. It almost looks like I'm already wearing a top coat before I apply, but once that top coat is on, it has a very crystally-like shine to it, and it's quite blinding. I will be using Seche's Dry Fast Top Coat for all of my swatches today, FYI. While I don't think I'll be using this polish for nail art anytime soon, I do believe I will wear this by itself quite often. Up next is In Full Plume, which is a very pretty teal shade. It is a little bit darker than what you're seeing right now, but because I've got very direct lighting on it, it does appear a little bit lighter than in person. This right here is probably a more accurate representation, as it shows the dustiness that appears in the polish. I really like In Full Plume, and when you consider all of Orly's 2021 launches, this color is fairly unique. I can only think of one shade that came out in the springtime that is somewhat similar, however this one really stands out on its own. I can totally see myself wearing this shade in the fall and using it for nail art in the future. Up next is a very fall color, Wild Willow. I did receive this one with a little bit of separation, so some of that pigmentation wasn't fully mixed, but once I gave it a good shake, the polish was perfectly fine. Wild Willow is a beautiful army green or olive green, depending on your choice of descriptor, but it is a very pretty polish that I will be using a ton this fall. I did get full opacity in two coats, and in person it has a much more jelly-like feel because I could still see a little bit of my nail smile line in person, even though it is not captured here on video. I don't know about you, but this type of green is a must for fall in my opinion. It just gives me all of the falling leaf vibes. Okay, time for a polish that I didn't really enjoy, and a color that I'm a bit sick of seeing from Orly. This is another Tangerine Orange. This time it is in a very sheer jelly formula, so it dries down almost non-existent, or it is the perfect base color for your candy corn nail art if you do not have as intense nail staining as I do. And because I want to get my money's worth, I'm already planning some candy corn themed nail art, because look at that. It's a perfect base for it. Personally, I would have loved to see a pumpkin themed nail polish, which would have still fit in with the plant theme that they have going on for this collection. Something deeper, spicier, something that looks more fall than summer in my opinion, even though this collection has launched in July. Okay, I'm done talking about this polish. Let's move on to a polish I actually want to talk about, which is Bird of Paradise. It is a gorgeous red-orange neon. I love that this polish came out for the fall collection. This gives me California fall vibes. It is warm, it is bright, it is blinding, and my eyes hurt. In person, it does have a much more jelly-like feel because after two coats, I can still see some of my nail smile line. However, I don't care. I will forgive anything for this kind of color. I love these just beautiful reds. I know I say that about a lot of colors, but this like Coca-Cola, classic Coca-Cola red. I am in love. And if Bird of Paradise isn't your jam, but you're still looking for something that's full of warmth, well, look no further, because String of Hearts has all of that warmth for you, especially for people who are more into cool-toned fuchsia shades. And yes, it's another fuchsia that I didn't think I would love until I started playing around with it. This one feels the closest to a true cream polish and was very opaque in 2 coats. It was almost fully opaque in just 1. I do get very intense fall vibes from this polish. However, I think this is one that can kind of toe the line in between fall and winter, especially if you're going to a fun holiday party. I can see myself wearing this polish when I just need a hint of warmth back in my day, because fall here is short, especially compared to the Bay Area where it just seems to go on and on and on. And because I got this collection through the subscription package, we got a couple of freebies. This is the freebie polish. It is a in-between mini size. It's not quite a mini, but it's definitely not a full-size polish. And I hate it. I wish they had just left it out of the box. I don't think I would have missed it. This is a very, very sheer gray polish called Destressed Jeans. If you see this polish and you don't like sheer polishes, skip it, because you would definitely need 3 coats. I tried this polish on a shorter nail just because I wanted to make sure I was being fair, and it was still just as patchy. There's something in this polish that does not want to be opaque. And our last freebie is the Spritz Dry Spray, which supposedly makes your polish dry. I tried this on 2 coats of lion's ear in preparation for my nail art, and I waited 5 minutes, I touched my polish, and it was still wet. I think it caused it to take longer to dry, to be fully honest. One of the fun things about the subscription box is that it seems to come with a quickie nail art tutorial on the card, and I decided to show you that here. It does start out with a base of lion's ear, which I'm not gonna force you to watch me struggle with that again, so I'm just jumping in by making a wiggly little blob or 2 hills out of wild willow. The unfortunate thing is that a lot of these polishes for the nail art tutorial are fairly sheer, so they aren't going to be fully opaque in just 1 coat, because we're doing several layers of wiggly blobs. I thought it was a lot of buildup on one side of my nail for this nail art tutorial. I do really like how it looks overall, however, it takes a long time to dry in between coats, and I wanted to wait even longer because once you put a top coat on this much polish layers, it can sometimes cause wrinkling, which is just very unfortunate. I will say that the nail art tutorial was very user-friendly, so if you're just picking up the subscription box because you're a fan of Orly or just polishes in general but not nail art, you could easily do this to get the full experience. And with that, the video is done. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, and if you like my videos, make sure to subscribe. I got new content every week. Sometimes I got 2 videos, so check out. Maybe click that notification bell, but you do you. I'm gonna be here forever. Anyway, I'll see you guys next week. Bye.